this image here, it looks like a typical NASA picture where the astronauts, you can see his shadow, and he's panning through the area, the landscape, and taking pictures. And you notice it looks like a boulder here, but actually this isn't. This is an artifact, and I'm going to show this to you in just a minute. Wherever they landed on the lunar surface, they landed in areas called debris fields. And these debris fields at one time had buildings and machinery. And some of it remains, bits and pieces of it, but because it being accessed between 250 and 500 million years ago, a lot of it has already turned to dust or been covered by lunar dust. And I'll explain that to you in just a minute here. Now in this image, I want you to notice that there's looks like a hump right here, and it has a little bit of structure to it, and it's connected to what you think is a boulder. This has been airbrushed out, and they've done such a good job of it, almost looks like the lunar surface. So on the next image, I dug a little bit deeper into the files, and I found a really decent image. And I want you to notice that part I told you about that was airbrushed. Now you can really see it. There's a straight line, and here's the structure to it, and you can tell it connects here. And you notice where they airbrushed it, there's still a hard line where whatever they tried to cover up still kind of protrudes through the airbrushing and connects here and here and all the way around. Also, this looks like a hook. It isn't. It is an artifact on top of an artifact, but I'm going to show you why this is not a hook. Now, the next picture that we're going to take a look at is the reason it looks like a boulder is because it's covered with all this lunar dust. But when it's uncovered, you can tell this is titanium metal right here. Now, from my previous video, to confirm that is an artifact made out of metal and it's not a boulder, this was a piece of machinery I found in another image. And you can see the metal coming through here, and actually it's metal loops. And here's an enlargement right here. The only way you can get this perfect of a loop, it had to be intelligently made. Okay, we're going to take the original image now, and we're going to start colorizing and doing some enlargement so we can actually see this artifact up close and with more definition. Okay, I want you to notice in this image here, where we talked about the airbrushing, now you can see it, and you can see that there's some type of structure that they tried to cover up. They also airbrushed through here. And as you notice, there's a line here, and you can see through it, and they did airbrushing also through this area. And this part looks like a hook, but let's take a little bit different perspective using the green. That way we'll be able to see the definition a lot better. Okay, you can see the square-sided peak right here. And as you notice, the surface is flat through here. This artifact, which is a piece of metal, let's do a close-up. Okay, notice that it looks like two pieces of metal plate, and whatever happened, it bent right here, and then this is attached to it, and then there's a rod that comes off of it. You notice it's not laying on the flat surface of this structure. It's stuck out. So this is not connected to this part here. Let me reduce it now. This part is square, and on the flat part of the surface, it is sitting against it all the way down, and it looks like it's wrapped in something right here. Okay, we're going to move on to the next color image. And now you can see this part of this structure a lot better. And you can tell it was intelligently made just from the geometrics of it. Okay, we're going to take one more shot here before we finish. And here's an up-close picture of it. And now you can see the metal plates here. You can see where this one got bent whenever it fell over. And you can even see better that it comes off at an angle, and you can see where this artifact is square. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe to help support my channel. I appreciate it. And we'll see you again.